Hey guys, and welcome to Ray's Tech Portal. Today's review is going to be sponsored by decals.net. They do many custom decals, anything you can think of, just ask and they will deliver. I personally got a Totoro for my fiance, and as you guys all know, I do love my Journeys from World of Warcraft, so I got me some stickers for the back of my truck. They were not very expensive, and they were done rather quickly and delivered very nicely. So if you need decals for anything, you need signing for your business, you need just random decals that nobody else sells, go to decals.net and get your custom decal today. Today I'm going to be doing a Thermaltake Core P5 review. Now this case is pretty cool. There are no other options at this time on the market. There is a Pharos wall-mounted case. I'm going to be doing a review on that coming up, and honestly, of the two, straight up, I would recommend the Pharos. It is a little more expensive, but you get a lot more, so make sure you check out that other video. I'll put a link down below for it. But anyways, today we're talking about the Core P5. For an entry-level case, I picked this up for $150. And of course, as you see, it does have feet, so you don't have to mount it on the wall. If you want to sit on the desk like I am, that's not a problem. We'll start with the negatives and then end with the positives. I think that's a little better because that's most of what you guys are looking for anyways. This case is $150. Honestly, for what it is, it's not bad for the price. The one negative I would say is, if you notice, this is how this video card should be sitting. However, it doesn't. And I would say that is a flaw in the tray design, where it doesn't quite exactly have a finished weld here, which would give it more rigidity so it would stay up. Now I do love this idea to how the card can stay out front and be displayed prominently, but honestly, for most of us, you know, for the entry-level people, that's cool. But if you're going to have a card that's beautiful enough like this to be displayed, and honestly, I do plan on water cooling this card later on. I may even be upgrading the GTX 980 Ti, so right now I haven't really done anything with it, so it looks beautiful like this. But face it, I mean, you guys are probably going to be water cooling a card like this, and it doesn't really matter if it sits like this, so you're going to put it on the motherboard. So this tray is not exactly a make or break. It just depends on what you're going to do with it as to whether it's going to work for you. Now you see it has a holder for the power supply. It does support the extra long power supplies. It has a bracket here that is movable. You can move it out and support an even bigger power supply. It's got great cable management locations. There's all over the board. The one negative I would definitely say there is on the back here. As you see, I've done up my I/O cables pretty nicely. However, if this was on a wall, all those cables would look absolutely hideous. Now, of course, I'm running 5 monitors, so I've got 2 video cards and 5 different video outputs. That's not the norm. But, I mean, a lot of people now are starting to do 3-way monitors, or at least 2 monitors. So you got Ethernet, you got USBs, you got cable. It's a lot of shit to hang off the side of the case, and honestly, yeah, you could cut a hole in your wall, but you're still going to see it come off of the components to go on the wall. That's another negative, I would say. The other construction quality is I would say overall the structural integrity of it is nice. It does have a VESA mounting option, which I'm not going to turn around and show you, but that's so you can actually mount a standard TV mount to it, so you can hang it on your wall. You can get a cantilever mount, so you can pull it out, work on it, and put it back. It does have a cover on the back, which keeps everything protected. It does have very minimalistic wire management in the back. It does have a filter behind the radiator that's magnetic that you can remove and clean. But other than that, the other major negative I would give it is there are no studs for any of these screws. All these screws are just a hole in the metal, and then they got a screw with a coarse thread to go into it. So if you over tighten it at all, you have just ruined your mounting location. I've had some of them that they're just worn out to begin with. Take a look at this pump right here. And that's even after I put a through bolt in this. So I've got it bolted to the backside. This thing used to hang down low enough that it touched my desk. So, you know, that's, I don't like buying something like this and then you got to modify it right out of the box. I mean, it's just my opinion. But overall, you know, for $150, if you want a entry-level case that you can hang on the wall or looks cool like this, open air, this is the case for you. Whereas you really don't have any other options. There's this one and there's another one that's coming out on the market, and that's it. That's it. You got this and you got the other one, and I'll be doing a review on that, as I said. But, you know, overall it is a pretty nice case. It's got some decent mounting hardware on it. It does have the ability to do 3.5 or 2.5 hard drives. It's got one bay in the front and 3 in the back. It is a one screw. You turn the one screw and this lifts up and comes out, and that's how you can change out your drives. Now they do, for the mounting your video card in this position, you can't really see it, but they do have a shielded PCI riser cable, which is great. They provide that in the box with you. Now the only negative to that is they're expensive, and if you want to do two-way or three-way or even four-way slide like this, I wouldn't recommend doing it like this. Obviously this case is not going to do well with that much weight on it, but you'd have to buy $60 PCI riser cards for every card you wanted to add. That adds quite a bit of extra money. Now you could always mount them standardly. This tray caddy will actually turn the other way, and you can mount it on the motherboard upright traditionally. So that's not a huge drawback. It does support a full-size radiator. You can get any thickness you want, any length you want, and it even the wider radiators are supported as well. So I really love that. It's got great expandability on that. But as you see, it's fitting all my hardware nice. It does look very presentable. Overall, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. Thanks for checking it out. I hope this helped you guys out, and please subscribe, comment below on any questions or any videos you'd like to see in the future. If you didn't like the video, then you know what to do. Thank you guys. And